As you can imagine, heck of a weekend, tons of news to cover. So let's jump right into our lead story of the day regarding the World Health Organization declaring monkeypox a global health emergency, which the group's director says is spreading rapidly through new modes of transportation. Now you might be wondering, what are these new modes of transportation, Brad? What the hell is he talking about? Well, we got all the information for you today. We'll go over it in just one moment. Despite a World Health Organization panel not having consensus on labeling the sickness a global health emergency, the leader took it upon himself to declare a public health emergency of international concern. The leader said, quote, "We have an outbreak that spreads around the world rapidly through new modes of transportation, which we understand too little, which meets the criteria." So what are these new modes of transportation? Well, the disease, which primarily spreads among men who have sex with men, joins both COVID and polio as other diseases designated as international emergencies by Global Health Organization. So he's making it seem like this whole thing is spreading through general population, when in actuality it's spreading through bisexual and gay couples. The LGBTQ community is where it's spreading, but he doesn't want to spread that out there because he might have some backlash against that community. So he's going to use the words new modes of transportation. While monkeypox has long been prevalent in parts of Africa, it has been spreading around the world in recent months after circulating at raves in Europe. Excluding Africa, there are about 16,000 cases worldwide, including 3,000 in the United States. There have been no known deaths to date from the disease outside of Africa. After the World Health Organization panel did not unanimously decide that monkeypox needed to be international efforts to crack down on its spread, the leader made the decision to elevate the response to the disease and said that the process of declaring an emergency needed to be redesigned. It's amazing. Why even have a panel? Why have a vote at the end of the day? If you're just going to take it upon yourself as a leader, be like, screw you guys, I'm just going to say it myself. Why have the panel? And you see this all the time from the left, right? Especially the Democrat Party. When they don't get their way, all of a sudden things need to be redesigned. We saw this during COVID with the Great Reset idea coming from the elites. You also see this from the Democrat Party regarding the Supreme Court. When things don't go their way or they don't get their decision, all of a sudden they need to pack the courts, redesign everything, abolish it, get rid of it, burn it. It's just how they think. So it's like, why even have a republic? Why even have a vote? Why even have a democracy in certain organizations or a country if you're just going to take it upon yourself to do whatever it is you need to do because you don't agree with everybody else? Quote, "The process demonstrates once again that this vital tool needs to be sharpened to make it more effective. The disease, which leads to lesions and rashes on the skin, is spread through close contact. It is also known to cause those who have it pain when using the bathroom." Quote, this comes from Columbia University, "We have seen patients with severe rectal pain that worsens every time they go to the bathroom, general pain every time they urinate, and throat pain every time they swallow. A new study suggests that monkeypox is also largely sexually transmitted. Quote, these data points show clearly the fact that infections are so far almost exclusively occurring among men who have sex with men." So gay people. But we keep saying this whole new modes of transportation thing coming from the leader. Just be specific. And you want to be specific if it's causing this much of an alarm where you're saying that you need to declare a global health emergency, but you're going to kind of be general and kind of non-specific. It just doesn't make sense to me. Quote, "And the clinical presentation of those infections suggests that sexual transmission, not just close physical contact, but maybe helping spread the virus among this population." So the LGBTQ community is spreading all this stuff and they don't want to be specific about it. We got to read between the lines and actually get in the fine nitty gritty details of how this thing is spreading, which is mind boggling. But leave it up to the World Health Organization, the same people that wanted to rub the shoulders of China when you had this Wuhan lab leak of a thing called COVID-19, just take the world by storm. But we won't get into all that because we don't get removed off YouTube. Furthermore, monkeypox has been detected in water, the wastewater in a key California region where I live. Monkeypox has been detected in San Francisco area water. Now, the reason why this is kind of interesting is because if you know anything about San Francisco, heavily left, heavily LGBTQ, a lot of gay people around there. So there is something a little interesting and a little bit of a correlation between San Francisco, monkeypox, and gay people. So, well, it's in the wastewater as the virus that plagues many gay men continues to surge in certain areas around the country. Stanford's Sewer Coronavirus Alert Network, who even knew there was such a thing, recently added monkeypox to the list of viruses it checks for in wastewater. Since adding it, monkeypox has been detected in 10 of the 11 sewer systems that scan tests, including one in Sacramento, Palo Alto, and several other cities in California's Bay Area. Quote, "The Bay Area is a forefront of wastewater surveillance because we are Silicon Valley after all." This comes from a Stanford professor who studies how pathogens spread. But it's not that America has monkeypox in the wastewater and no place else does. So Paul Sperry gives this tweet out there and cites the CDC.gov regarding monkeypox in the United States and says New England Journal of Medicine finds that 98% of monkeypox patients equal homo/bisexual men, 41% of whom have HIV. Yet the mainstream media have tried to portray as pandemic affecting general population to stop gay stigma. Even CDC says spread through anus butthole. So, well, we're getting through the specifics, folks. And again, this is something the World Health Organization doesn't necessarily want to do. They want to not kind of portray that type of stigma and really just being outspoken about it. They want to kind of throw it under the rug and kind of be kind of generalized about the whole thing. It's just all silly. More than 2,500 cases of monkeypox have been recorded in the U.S. in recent months. In the current resurgence, the virus has turned up in 74 countries, including 68 that have never seen it. Earlier this week, the World Health Organization declared monkeypox, obviously a global health issue. And look, do I think it's ready to be called a global health issue? No. So, I mean, you're not even in the millions of cases. Nobody's died of it. But he's just going to take it upon himself, be like, screw all you guys. I'm just going to declare this thing and create hysteria. And also, the reason why this is a problem, too, is because you have the November elections coming up. And whenever there's hysteria, people tend to want to have protection from their government, which is when you get a lot of the libs, a lot of Democrats coming out to vote. This is also another issue that they might shut things down come this fall. Now you have the voting issue happening back where people are getting 5 ballots and people are voting 5 times. Dead people are voting, all for Democrats, by the way. So you get all this weird stuff going on, which poses a little bit of a problem coming the midterms because Democrats know they're going to get shellacked. And so now you got this guy working in conjunction with who knows, pushing this whole global thing out there. Lord only knows what's going to happen come November in a couple months regarding monkeypox. Things might shut down. It also affects gas prices and oil companies. You have Joe Biden saying, drill, drill, drill. You have all these permits, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, why would they jump in and start drilling everywhere and utilizing those permits when there's a possibility that the economy might be shut down again? You have Los Angeles talking about it. San Francisco's talked about it. California as a whole's talked about it. You've talked about having schools shut down, masked up again. The teacher unions are putting a mandate in place or want to put a mandate in place from the NEA saying we want masks back. So you have this volatile economy and market, and you're demanding these companies do certain things and invest in certain things when it might not be such a good idea. So monkeypox is now spreading among the LGBTQ plus community, but we'll see where things go. I will keep you up to date with all of that. I hope you enjoyed that clip from the Bald Brad Show. If you did, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all our future content.